So what's the situation? What's happening?
We've got units come in. We want to make a report. They're on their way.
Yeah. So, sorry, why didn't you tell me your body worn video was on?
Sorry?
Why didn't you tell me your body worn video was on? Right, I understand that, but why haven't you told me you've got your body worn video on? You're not going to answer my question? No? No response. I've still not got you to identify yourself and show me your designation cards. Can you do that, please?
The scene explodes into action. Blue lights flash. Tension hangs thick. Officers finally arrive, but the very first words aren't calm. They're confrontation. Why didn't you tell me your body cam was on? The auditor demands. His tone is sharp, clipped, accusing. It's not just a question. It's a charge. From the first second, this isn't a routine encounter. It's a chess match over transparency. And the first move has already drawn blood. The camera is rolling, and every officer knows the world is watching.
We did, and you didn't pay attention.
No, you didn't. It's on camera, my friend. Please don't lie, okay? So, I'll ask again.
We showed you our designation card.
No, you didn't.
Pay attention.
Can I see it again, please? If that's what happened. So, on film, I'll double check. If that's the case, I apologise. That's not a designation card. Designation card is the list of the powers that have been given to you by the Chief Constable.
Hello, mate, you alright?
No, I'm not alright.
What's happening?
No, I'm not alright at all. I wish to make a complaint against the gentleman in there.
Okay.
I've been doing some filming in public. I was stood roughly at the end of that end sign, talking to this gentleman, and this absolute buffoon comes down with his colleague and decides to start pushing me and shoving me to the point where he's hurt my arm and he's broken my watch, he's broken my property.
Broken your watch?
Yeah, so I wish to make a complaint for the assault and battery that he's done on me and the criminal damage to my property that he's done.
Okay, you got the watch card?
I do, yeah.
Strapped, yeah.
And can I get you three guys to identify yourself, please?
Yeah, mine's PC Van Grafton, Basic Packet Police Station.
And your number?
2989 Afshara.
And yourself, miss?
PC Robinson 31578.
And you're based here?
No, I'm based at Peckham.
Peckham. And yourself?
TDC O'Malley, I'm Peckham as well.
Right, okay.
264803.
Have a look at that.
The temperature climbs. The auditor demands identification, badge numbers, designation cards, names. His voice cuts through like a prosecutor cross-examining the scene. He details the assault, a broken watch, a hurt arm, and bruised pride. Every word is deliberate, loaded with control. The officers shift their stance. Their calm is being tested. For viewers, it's gripping. An ordinary citizen turning procedure into a weapon, using their own code of conduct as a shield.
Yeah, I will do.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll grab your details.
Yep.
Okay. We'll give a statement about what's happened.
Yeah, of course I can, yeah.
Let's do that now.
Yeah, I can do, yeah.
You don't have to.
I can do it later, yeah, I'll probably do it later, yeah, because
Okay, so
I'm going to carry on filming.
Gentlemen wants to give a statement later. Obviously we'll record what you told us. We'll get details for the gentleman involved.
I want him arrested.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah.
We'll decide how it's going to go.
Yeah, I understand.
But it's all going to be recorded.
Because I'm going to carry on filming when this is done, and I would be under fear that he would carry out another assault on me.
Yeah, mate, you're more than welcome to film. All I'd say is...
Can you tell them that? Because they don't seem to think I'm allowed to film.
My colleague gone over to speak to them.
Yeah.
Where were you filming when this happened?
I was literally stood here. Now I know the legislation about filming in court property.
Yeah.
Okay, I know that I'm not allowed to go into the court building, film the interior of a court building. Alright? I was stood literally here, okay? I didn't even pass the barriers. I was stood here, yeah? And that's where I stood. And I says to them, I even says to the guy, I'm not going into the building, I know the legislation. Yeah. I'm not allowed to film inside the court building, even from outside. Yeah. But stood where I am, I'm perfectly legit to do that.
Now comes the bureaucratic dance. The officers want a statement. The auditor refuses, at least, not yet. He'll do it later, on his terms. He's asserting dominance in a space usually controlled by uniformed authority. The subtext is clear. He knows his rights, and he's not letting the badge dictate the script. It's a subtle power play, but one that exposes the silent tug-of-war between citizen accountability and institutional patience.
I also raised the question of, well, when the news cameras are here, they all stand inside there filming, and they don't seem to get physical with them. Yeah. So why is it different for me?
If you give your details to my colleague, and we'll work out what we do.
Awesome.
Yeah, what's your son? Lovely stuff. Were you at Southwark earlier?
I was, yeah. So I went out to Southwark police station. I was only there for 10 minutes. Some guy was talking to me about some Jamaican cocaine gang trying to take him out or something. So I was like, okay. And then I went into the job centre, and they were okay in there. And I said, I've come up here, and I literally was talking about in a London Crown Court, and how it's a sort of very, very well-known court in London. I went to sort of say, the guy's come out, I had a conversation with him, and then he's called for other people to come out because he was backing up to get out there. And I said, listen, I said, like...
Then the entire tone shifts. The auditor transforms from victim to lecturer. Calmly, confidently, he explains the legal boundary. You can't film inside the court, but from here, it's a public place. It's not rage now. It's education, broadcast for everyone watching. The irony is rich. The man accused of disorder is now the clearest voice of order. Viewers feel the satisfaction. Authority being taught its own rules on camera.
On straight away, you know, and my arm is absolutely aching.
Do you want to see an ambulance?
Not at this moment in time, but
if it gets any worse,
I broke my wrist before.
Okay, so take yourself to hospital if it gets any worse, or if you don't feel that's appropriate, call an ambulance if you want to see.
Because my arm,
we don't carry painkillers, we can't give them.
No, you're right, mate. I haven't asked for them anyway.
Is there anything we can do in our limited capacity?
No, I appreciate you.
Do you mind if I just see the watch one more time? I'll scribble down details of what's been damaged. Thank you. And which wrist was it on?
It was on my left.
Oh, but
as I say, it's my right wrist. It's absolutely aching. But that one I broke before, so I get.
How did you do that?
Yeah, I slipped and fell. Very embarrassing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I used to work in a shop, slipped and fell. Chipped my elbow and broke my wrist. Nah, it was. I say my wrist. It was like a small bone that was in there, and. I had to wear a cast in that for sort of 6 weeks.
That's the worst part, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So but yeah, it's one of them, innit? That's what I get for.
It's
a long time ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
And it's still.
Maybe about 8 years ago, yeah, and I still.
See, that's it. It's the long-term effect that you don't think about sometimes, isn't it? All right. So what we're doing. Obviously, it's been recorded as a crime, so the crime will go on. We'll get you those reference numbers later. There's a reference number that's been generated for us being here today.
The situation softens, but tension lingers. Officers ask about his wrist, offer medical help, and record the incident as a crime. The paperwork begins, but the mood is anything but mechanical. Behind every word is the weight of proof, physical harm, damaged property, and the thin line between justice and theater. The auditor stays composed, narrating his own pain like evidence in a courtroom. For the first time, the balance seems to tilt toward accountability.
101 and quote over that number, or that we'll get to you later, alright?
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I've just got one small complaint, because you've done really well, and I don't like nitpicking, but you didn't tell me the camera was on.
Apologise.
That's alright, at least you apologise. That's
I'll
the
learn
thing.
that for next time.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So I didn't catch your name.
Yeah, I don't normally shout it off. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Alright, any questions before we make a move? Obviously, you continue filming.
I'm guessing he's not getting, there's no need for an arrest at this moment.
There's so they code you the necessity for his arrest.
Yeah.
So the case will be kept open, and it'll be investigated, and we'll go from there. That'll be
I appreciate
officer, so they'll give you a call to
and have you educated them on the public photography? Because I am going to go back in there and film. I'm not making my way into the court building. I think
you, like you said, you know that you're allowed within this little sort of atrium area. All I'd say is if you would give me 2 minutes while I go and chat to them.
Yeah, of course, why not?
Then you can crack on. And, as long as you're respecting those rules, then we've got no issue, Yeah,
I appreciate that. Yeah, likewise.
2 minutes, we'll be off in a second.
Alright, gentlemen, thank you.
A rare pause in the storm. Humanity flickers through. The officer admits his mistake. He hadn't warned the auditor that his camera was rolling. And in that brief apology, the entire mood pivots. The voice that once barked orders now apologizes to the man who refused to yield. It's a small moment, but one that lands hard. A reminder that even within confrontation, respect can be earned, not demanded.
Not great, it keeps first naming me on camera, guys, but so it'll be interesting to see if they actually do anything about it. He's just been educated, ladies and gentlemen. Gee.
He's just been educated, the auditor declares. It's part sarcasm, part victory cry. The police acknowledge his rights. The scene cools, but the power shift is unmistakable. The once outnumbered man now controls the narrative. His camera, his proof, his rules. For the viewers, it's catharsis. The law, tested and reaffirmed in real time.
Say him up brief. Oh, I'm actually giving any brief. This guy, excuse me. Alright, see you later.
We'll text you those details.
Yeah. I appreciate you being professional. It's pretty good. I appreciate that.
No issues at all. Thank you for your time. We'll text you that detail later on with the crime.
As the officers prepare to leave, professionalism returns. Calm voices, clear procedure, a texted crime reference. The storm finally settles. The auditor thanks them for being professional, and beneath the calm tone, there's victory in every word. He didn't back down. He stood his ground. The system, for once, worked under the lens of a single citizen's camera. And as the video fades, one thought lingers. In a world where power often goes unchecked, sometimes all it takes is one steady voice and one unblinking lens to make the law remember its own boundaries.